my name is Taylor Greeley. I am the creator and blogger behind the Taylor Greeley blog, and I'm so excited to be taking over for MBAchic here on Instagram today. It's so nice out in Boston today. I'm sitting on my hammock chair, which is where I do a lot of my reading for school, and I wanted to just take some time to introduce myself. I'm currently enrolled in Fitchburg State's 100% online MBA program, which is an accelerated program. So it is usually done in 16 weeks. I do in 7. I'm also a recruiter, which is actually a really intense industry to work in. So the best thing for me to stay on track with work, my blog, and school is time management. Now, I am not going to sit here and pretend like I have it all together, because I don't. If you click on my blog, my tagline is, "What a hot mess," because I'm seriously a hot mess. But I do have certain things in place that help me manage everything that I have going on. Some weeks is great. I'm really on top of it. Other weeks, not so much. Luckily, you are catching me at the beginning of my week, so I'm going to take time, plan everything out, show you how I go about the beginning of my week to hopefully end up with a successful week later on. The difference between going into grad school compared to going into undergrad is you've already been through college. You know what your strengths are, you know what your weaknesses are, you know where you need to improve, and you know where you're already good. I am halfway through my program, so I've done a bunch of different things to get to the point where I am now, but now I think I have it under control. Do you ever really feel like you have it under control? No, but I'm doing fine. I just wanted to show how I manage my time, or attempt to manage my time, and what I put in my planner, how I plan everything out for the week. This is my planner that I got, it got wet. I got on Amazon. I am almost done with it. And I wanted to go back to January because that's when I was really on top of my game. What I do at the beginning of the semester is I go through, in this planner, it has like priorities for the week. So I go through the syllabus and write down what chapters I need to get done each week. Because my life's a little bit crazy, I only plan out each week on like Monday or Sunday, because then I have an accurate idea of what my week's gonna look like with work, with the blog, and with school. When I plan out each week, I write down my goal of when I want the chapters to be done by. So as you can see, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. This course was a little insane. They expected a lot. This class that I was in at this time, I really had to be super structured. It was a pretty overwhelming class. As you can see, I try and do as much. Not every week is consistent, especially not in March. March has been a little crazy. This one's kind of consistent, and I plan out my blog posts too. Going through any MBA program is really intense, and going through any college program, you feel like you're losing your mind 99% of the time. One thing that I started doing in the beginning of the year, which I feel like it really helps, is to keep a gratitude journal. When you feel like you're spiraling, it just kind of helps ground you and make you appreciate what you have. Being able to, as a woman, get an education and get a master's, never mind an MBA, is huge. We are so much further ahead of a lot of women in this world. I'm extremely hard on myself, so I utilize my gratitude journal just to prove to myself that I'm killing it. I'm doing so well. I'm halfway through an MBA program, and I need to be grateful for it, even when it gets crazy and very overwhelming. Basically, my viewpoint on it and what it comes down to is plan your week out, but also take 5 minutes every day to yourself just to reiterate to yourself you're killing it and you're doing well and you're almost there. Hi, you guys sent in a few questions for me, so I wanted to take some time to answer them. I'm at work right now. We have our marketing intern. I currently work at Bay State College as an admissions rep, but today is my last day.
I have recently accepted a position with Michael Page to be a recruitment consultant there. I'm so excited. This is a field that I've been looking to get into for a while, and I start there on Monday. So I'm going to answer some of these questions while I'm here at work because I don't really have much else to do today. And later, my coworkers and I are going out for a couple drinks. So my first question is, do you meet up with your classmates? So I personally do not. In my particular program, it's filled with people from all over the country, so it's kind of hard to meet up with them. There are a few people from Boston in it that I've thought about meeting up with, but we just haven't created anything yet. One of my best friends did an online program, and they actually had to meet up for group projects. That's not how mine is structured. We actually don't even do group projects. We just kind of collaborate, interact through the discussion boards that we do. The next question I got was, what is a typical day for an online student, and do you work during the day? I work full-time, and I manage a blog, so I am kind of all over the place. I don't have a set plan for how I do all of my work. I work full-time, and pretty much, as you saw in some of the previous videos, I just schedule my week. I schedule each week at the beginning of the week by just organizing it in my planner, so each day is really different. Are you a part of any clubs, or are you part of any recruitment events? I am not involved with anything with Fitchburg State. I am involved with my undergrad, but not Fitchburg, where I'm doing my graduate program. Is online MBA less expensive than regular part-time MBA programs? And did you ever look at full-time in-person MBAs, or was online always your plan? My goal was to get it done as fast as I possibly could. I've already been in school with my undergrad for 6 years, so I didn't want to add too much more on top of that. But online was pretty much where I was leaning towards the entire time. Typically, online programs are a little bit cheaper, but just because you do still have the same amount of resources, but they're not as easily accessible to you as being on campus. A lot of you asked how I manage my finances. I live paycheck to paycheck. I'm paying totally out of pocket. I recently just got a new job, so that'll help a lot, but I just go with it. I find online programs doable with working a full-time job. That was another question that I got, but I also worked 50 to 60 hours a week while I was an undergrad with an additional 20 hours of internship on top of it and going to school half-time. So for me, working while doing a full-time program, working only 40 hours a week while doing a full-time program is a walk in the park. I wanted to take time to show what my platform looks like and where I do majority of my work for my MBA program. One of the big things that I focused on when I was choosing a school is how the classes are run. Whether it was going to be a self-managed type class or if I actually had to log in and participate at a scheduled time each week. I don't have time to make it to a scheduled class every week. I wanted something where I could really do it on my own time, which is very much how Fitchburg State is set up. If I was going to attend a program where you had to be there at a specific time, I would have done on campus. I live in Boston. There are so many courses available for you to go to. I wanted the flexibility. Fitchburg State uses Blackboard. So really the basis of this program are the weekly discussions. Yeah, you have your own weekly assignments, and papers and all of that are due, but the discussions are what really act as your form of learning. So we'll click on the week 2 one. Not sure why this is still up. So people have set questions to answer. Actually, we'll click on mine. Click on mine that I posted for chapter 5. So you have all of these questions you have to answer. This week I actually did 2 separate posts. So you answer the questions. Some of them are opinion. Some of them are based off of what we learned in the book. For a majority of the time, it's reading and doing case studies in this particular program. I know some other programs are a lot more interactive. I had a friend who did one where she had to log in a specific time every week. She loved it. That's just not for me. I needed the flexibility, especially since my undergrad's in business. Some people, their undergrad is not in business and they choose to do their graduate degree as an MBA. You might want to go for one where you have more interaction.
And every professor runs this program different. This professor is big on discussion questions and papers. My last class that I had was they did the Pearson lab, so it was a lot of quizzes and personality assessments. For online programs, everything is structured through whatever online component they use. This is Blackboard. I know that I've used LMS before in undergrad, and now I work where I did my undergrad. They use Canvas, which apparently is the next best thing. In my experience, I have never really emailed professors. All the communication's been done through the online platform. Friends who did programs and had a lot of communication through email, had to upload videos, they had to log in for a specific class. I didn't want that. I wanted a structure just like this where I had the flexibility to communicate when I wanted to and participate in discussions. Yeah. And I did a lot of research and reached out to admissions before I chose what programs to apply to. This one ended up being my favorite because of the price and content. I'm an admissions rep currently. People don't, even at big schools, they don't utilize admissions as much as they should. Reach out to admissions. They are there to answer any questions for you, and they'll be able to tell you exactly what the structure is for you to make that decision. I feel that the structure of the program is one of the most important things when deciding on what you want. This is Mowgli. He wanted a shout out. And that's Georgia. They help me through grad school as well. I've never done homework without Mowgli sitting on the computer.
Thank you so much for tuning into MBAchic Story today. I was so excited to take over. Make sure you follow me at Taylor Greeley blog and also email subscribe to my blog as well. Good night.